Do you know these things about the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya?
मैं 140 करोड़ देशवासियों को हाथ जोड़ करके प्रार्थना कर रहा हूं कि आप 22 जनवरी को जब अयोध्या में प्रभु राम विराजमान हो, अपने घरों में भी श्री राम ज्योति जलाएं, दीपावली मनाएं।
So what exactly is happening? The Ram Mandir is being constructed on the formerly disputed land of the Babri Masjid. कहा जाता है कि ये जगह राम जी का जन्म स्थान यानी बर्थ प्लेस है. Celebrating the successful establishment of the Ram Mandir on the disputed land, a 5-year-old Ram Lala's idol has been made. On the 22nd of January, PM Modi will be performing the Pran Pratishtha ceremony. तो फिर ये प्राण प्रतिष्ठा होता क्या है? Well, the word pran means the vital life force or energy without which the body cannot survive or function. Pratishtha means to establish permanently. So through the pran pratishtha, the pujari invokes and fixes the pran or divine energy permanently within the murti, bringing it to life. Now, as per the scriptures, only a spiritually enlightened individual who has Paramanand residing in every part of their being is eligible to conduct the rituals of the Pran Pratishtha. This is because to invoke the Paramatma or the Supreme Soul within the Murti, the person conducting the ritual must have attained the level of purity and oneness with the Divine. Now logically the questions are being raised as to why the Prime Minister of the country is in charge of conducting this puja, also of a state that practices secularism. कुछ लोगों का मानना है कि राम मंदिर हिंदुओं की आस्था से जुड़ा है और इस आस्था को प्रधानमंत्री ने राह दिखाई है, और वहीं कुछ लोगों के लिए ये सिर्फ एक पॉलिटिक्स का खेल है. लेकिन जहां तक आस्था की बात है, क्या सब लोग प्रधानमंत्री के इस निर्णय से सहमत हैं? Does the Ram Mandir truly represent the astha of all Hindus? So now, you need to understand that there are 4 Shankaracharyas in the country that are very, very significant for Hinduism. The Shankaracharyas had the 4 Hindu mats, that is monasteries, in Dwarka, Joshimath, Puri and Sringeri. These are believed to have been founded by the 8th century religious scholar and philosopher Adi Shankara. The 4 Shankaracharyas have said that they will not be attending the Pran Pratishtha happening in Ayodhya on the 22nd of January. Being very vocal on the issue, Puri Mutt Shankaracharya Nishchal Anand Saraswati has told the reporters, अगर प्रधानमंत्री मूर्ति की स्थापना करेंगे तो फिर मैं वहाँ क्या करूँ? Now at the same time, it is also being shared that the Prime Minister is observing an 11-day long fast to purify and prepare himself for the task. However, why is the Prime Minister taking on the responsibility against the values of the scriptures and also the Constitution to undertake such a task? Let's also come back to the main question, and that is, can the Prime Minister, as the head of the democratically elected government, be in charge of a religious Hindu puja? Well, the connection between the BJP and its Hindu nationalist ideology is no secret. But let's see how much do you actually know about the Ram Mandir. Was there really a temple under the Babri Masjid? What does the archaeological survey say? 2 members who represented the Sunni Central Board of Waqf in the archaeological team that was in charge of the excavation underneath the Babri Masjid wrote a paper on their experiences. Supriya Verma and Jaya Menon. The dispute between the temple and the masjid began in 1857 when the Mahant of Hanuman Garhi took over the eastern part of the masjid and created a Ram Chabutra, signifying the birthplace of Lord Ram. Henceforth, the British government built a wall in 1959 separating the place of worship for the Hindus and the Muslims. The Hindus entered from the east gate while the Muslims came from the north. In 1885, Mahant Raghubir Das filed a legal claim over the Chabutra as the birthplace of Lord Ram. No claim was made for the temple to be underneath the masjid. Now everything changes after independence. In the year 1949, after an event by the Akhil Bharatiya Ramayan Sabha, idols of Ram and Sita were placed inside the Babri Masjid. On 29 December 1949, the Babri Masjid was declared a disputed property. An order was passed by which Muslims were forbidden from even entering the masjid. Locks were put on the main gate. On the other hand, Hindus were given permission for a darshan of the idols from the side gate, and 4 pujaris were employed and given access to maintain the idols. Now, where did this claim of Lord Ram's birthplace underneath the masjid come from?
1949 ईस्वी
23 दिसंबर 1949 ईस्वी में आपने श्री राम लला जी का प्राकट उत्सव किया था और वहाँ बाबरी मस्जिद में भगवान का अवतार हुआ था आपके द्वारा। आपके ऊपर भी कोई ऑर्गेनाइजर था?
उस नियुक्ति में प्रधान नैयर साहब थे,
के नैयर, जो यहाँ के डीएम थे। और 1949 से लगातार प्रतिमा रखी गई है, तब से नहीं हटाई गई अभी तक।
तो आप ही ने रखी थी?
महंत राम सेवक दास जी शास्त्री जी जो आप सामने में हैं, आपने ही रखी थी।
हाँ जी, हमारे और भी सहयोगी थे, केवल मैं नहीं था।
मस्जिद के तोड़ने के बाद 2003 में आर्कियोलॉजिकल सर्वे किया गया था। The report of the excavation was submitted in 2 volumes. वर्मा और मेनन ने इस रिपोर्ट के बारे में बात की है। ये रिपोर्ट ASI की बाकी रिपोर्ट्स की तरह नहीं थी। While all the chapters had either a single or multiple authors, the summary of the results, which was talking about all the conclusions of the reports, had no author. Moreover, there were no chapters on other excavations from the site, such as the animal bones that were recovered or the human skeletal remains found in the graves. मिला क्या था? The 12 pieces comprised a stone slab with the Srivastha sign, symbol of an endless knot, which is associated with Jainism. A stone slab with a lotus design that could be associated to either Buddhism or Jainism. A stone slab with a design that belonged to the Babri Masjid. A broken door jamb with sculptures showing the waist of 2 human figurines. These came to be described as a divine couple in the conclusion. बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है कि इस टूटे हुए स्कल्पचर को आखिर डिवाइन कैसे कहा गया। रिपोर्ट के अनुसार सबसे पहले उसे ब्रोकन सैंडस्टोन स्कल्पचर के नाम से लिखा गया, उसके बाद ब्रोकन कपल का रिमार्क दिया गया और फिर अचानक बिना किसी स्टडी के फाइनल रिपोर्ट में उसे डिवाइन कपल का दर्जा दिया गया। एविडेंस में लिखा है कि पहले इस स्कल्पचर को निकाला गया, 9 दिन बाद उसे रजिस्टर में रिकॉर्ड किया गया और फिर 22 जुलाई 2003 को उसका एक फोटोग्राफ लिया गया। इसके अलावा कोई भी कार्बन डेटिंग या स्टडी का एविडेंस नहीं दिया गया है और फिर इस स्कल्पचर को एक डिवाइन कपल की तरह बताया गया है। मस्जिद के नीचे एक मंदिर होने के लिए एक मंडप होना चाहिए, एक गर्भगृह होना चाहिए और मंदिर को ईस्ट की तरफ देखना चाहिए। मिले हुए मलबे में से ऐसा कोई भी स्ट्रक्चर सामने नहीं आता है, जबकि एक वेस्टर्न वॉल होने की आशंका जताई गई है जो भारत में हर मस्जिद में होती है क्योंकि वो मैक्का का डायरेक्शन होता है। सुप्रिया वर्मा और जया मेनन बहुत ज़रूरी सवाल दोनों पार्टीज के लिए उठाते हैं। The point is frequently raised that the Muslim parties have always argued that the Babri Masjid was built on a barren land and that there was no structure under it. Now, a new claim cannot be made or new evidence brought to show that there was an Islamic religious structure underneath. In contrast, it is maintained that because the Hindus had always insisted that there was a temple under the Babri Masjid, when a structure was recovered in the excavation, it necessarily had to be a temple. And this bias was continued by the Archaeological Survey of India. However, what we need to understand is that may not have been any historical or oral evidence of an earlier Islamic structure, yet archaeological evidence may reveal otherwise. It is so integrated a perception at the popular level as well as among a number of archaeologists and historians in India that the role of archaeology is to only find proof for what is written in the text or prevails as oral tradition. And so, even when the evidence is to the contrary, the alternative explanation finds little or no acceptability, which is true even today.